Hey garden friends, we are at my absolute favorite place. Well, one of them. It's Green Acres in Elk Grove, and I just needed to get out of the snow. We had 18 inches of fresh snow, and I just needed a break, really, to be truthful. So we're here. I had specific things in mind. We'll talk about them as we go through this garden center, but just the entrance alone is gorgeous. I'm going to do the best I can. It's a busy day. I usually avoid Saturdays here, but like I said, I just had to get out of the snow. But look at these trees. Aren't those gorgeous? Just beautiful this time of year. I'm going to run in, grab a cart, and then we'll get started looking for the things on my list and talk about what they are and what I want them for. One of the things on my list was a very dark oriental lily that would bloom early in the season. I want it for my goth garden. I'm hoping that I don't have too much background noise or that my noise cancellation works because it is noisy in here today. But I don't see any of the dark lilies yet. Okay, score. There is 2 Landinis and they are $6.50. So this is perfect. Now, one thing about the lilies in my garden is they propagate themselves, or they, increase. So that will be perfect for my goth garden area and the entrance garden. So there's one. And I also was looking maybe for a gladiola that's very dark, but I don't see any at this moment. So I can get that elsewhere or later. You never know. Or I could check over at Lowe's. I'll have to go to Lowe's next week. Look at this. That might work. Look at that dahlia. Beautiful. The things on my list is some tree stakes. They come in handy for different things, and these are 8 feet. Yes, those will work. And they're $5.50 a piece. Very reasonable, and they work great. So we'll pick up 3 of those, but we'll do it on the way out so we're not hauling these around the whole nursery. They always have a great selection of botanical interest seeds. I just wish they had Renee's garden seeds. There's a lot of those that I prefer. But don't you think this would be pretty for my goth garden? That would be a nice dark flower. So that one I could get. Those chocolat sunflowers might work. Now it's a very small area, so I'm going to be very judicious in what I get for it. I already have plants that I'm digging up to put there, so I don't need a lot. Now, I haven't had great success with cherry brandy, but you know what? I should try it again. It's been a while since I tried it. Though the Denver daisy has a beautiful dark black center, but it is yellow on the outside. So I'm really trying for the dark flowers. Look at this incredible swirl, Coreopsis. That one might work really well there. Yeah, and that's a perennial, a really easy perennial. And what I could do is start it in a big pot in the greenhouse and get an early start with it. But it has so many seeds, I need to really pick and choose what I want to go with. So I have the dark hollyhocks that are almost black, and the one that is double, but I don't know if it's going to come up. Oh, look at here. This would be pretty. Wouldn't that be beautiful there? Purple Petra basil. That's an option too. So many things. All right, I got the 2 flower packets. I'm really debating on that Coreopsis, but it's not the end of the world. If I don't get it today, I can get it later. So let's continue on through the store. I have never seen Gloxinia with this type of flower. Look how huge those are. Those are beautiful. And look at the ones up here. Wow. African violets are a weakness of mine. I don't have this color. On the camera, it's coming out much lighter than it is in person. It's very dark. But I have so many now. I need to be careful. Oh, I see some smaller ones over here. It's pretty. I have really pretty ooh, look at this one. This one has sparkles. Ooh, I like that one. So pretty. I might have to get one. Okay, I did my little bit of shopping in there, and now it's time for the big show. Now they got lots of veggies out here, and I'm gonna do a little, let me see, is there any 6-packs? You do where you can check them for your seedlings, for good seedlings. Let me do that. So I wanted to show you an example. You see how these are yellowing? You might want to try to find one that isn't. That just shows a little bit of sign of stress. That could be low nitrogen. That could be the lighting wasn't bright enough, or maybe it got a little too cool. Now these are compact basils, and look in it. You see how many's in there? You could divide that out and have several. These are small enough that it wouldn't hurt them to divide them and then plant them individually. But there's some borage, catnip. So that's one thing to look for. I didn't see any evidence of snails, or not snails, but slug eggs. The soil looks good. It's not too compact. Oh, look at that. So that's not a big deal. That means it's not going round and round in the pot. I'm squishing the pot a little bit. Yeah, it's nice and squishy. That means it's not hard as a rock. And you could, just plant that up and it should be fine. You just pull the roots up through the holes. Look at the size of these ranunculus. Oh, gorgeous. I love using lamium in a container like that. It's hardy, and you can divide it and get more. Oh, look at their little coleus. Their coleuses are looking sad. Now, see, here's where you want to be picky. See, look at that's dried out. That's the peat moss in it that has dried out, and it needs watering. I've never seen that here, so obviously they need to do a little cleanup here and take out the good sections and add them to, like over here, look at that, the moss or the mold. So those coleuses need to be taken care of. So here's 6 packs of impatiens. So let's look at the bottom. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Let me squish it. Feels good and squishy. Let me pull one up. Maybe they're dry enough. These are dry. I'm shocked. I've never had plants see. No, that's a good root mass. Yeah, those would transplant very, very well. So I'm here looking for Serpaludism. I think that's how you pronounce it. Daisies. They're a creeping daisy, and I want to have them across my pathway. But I'm always drawn in by the fountains. Look at this. I love these. One of these years, I'll actually spend some money on them. This was $325, which is not bad. It's all self-contained. And look at those hydrangeas. Aren't they gorgeous? I would have to keep them in my greenhouse. I don't go with the regular hydrangeas because they don't overwinter for me. So look at these. Beautiful. Dusty Miller. I can grow that from seed. This is calendula. Well, look at the sweet peas. Those grow from seed easily for me. I like to direct sow them. Ooh, look. I think this is it. Yep. Those are the ones. Let me see if these are the ones that get taller or if they stay shorter. Paludism. Large daisies, dwarf plants, use of borders. Let me see. 8 inches tall. Yep, those are the ones. Okay. These are $5.25 a 6-pack. I want to inspect them. Ooh, lots of root mass there, but these will be great. I don't see any fresher ones. Let me see over here. Let me pull this up out of the container. Well, pretty root bound, but I can fix that. I'm not afraid of that. I know how to do it. So, pollute some white. Let me see, that's a different variety. Let me see if this one gets bigger. 18 inches. Yeah, that is. There's an old tractor there. Look, there's 2 different ones. I think I will get one of each just to check them out, try them out. Let me see. This one looks a little bit taller back here. So that one's just as root bound. Let me see how green, how lush is the foliage. Yeah, it looks good. So I'm gonna get me one or two of each. Let me grab that. My husband moved away with the cart and I need it. So I was able to pick up two, and when I'm gonna pot them up in my greenhouse, and before I put them out, I can't put them out now because of the snow, but yeah, I'll take you along on that. But here's some, look at this stalk. I can grow this from seed too. Let's go see what kind of petunias they have. Maybe they'll have some wave petunias in. I can never resist wave petunias. And here is the tractor. They have a bunch more plants. They're getting ready to set out. Interesting tractor. Farmall Cub, McCormick. Okay, now they have more of these in the 1 gallon, but the 6-inch will do just right for me. They say they're an annual, but when I was looking them up, so they can be grown as a perennial. Maybe that's just in the hot areas. Look at those primroses over there. Isn't that gorgeous? The deep red. Okay, I'm getting distracted here. Hope I'm not moving too fast. Look, oh, Bidens. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? There's not too much I can get. I can come back. Oh, look at the Walker's Low Nepeta. I have the Walker's Low Junior, and I absolutely love it. But I don't have the Walker's Low yet. So many gorgeous plants. Oh, look at that over there. Is that one of those geraniums? Yes. Okay, I might have to walk over that. Now, I don't have this color. I could probably grow it from seed, but that might be a temptation because I can take cuttings. That's more of a salmon pink as opposed to the more orangey. Look at that, or the more fuchsia. Okay, let's go back and see those petunias. Yeah, I'm trying to keep people out of it, or at least their faces, so I don't have to cut or blur or do all that extra work. Okay, pretty grand deep pink. No, I don't see any wave petunias. There's waterfall mixed madness. Oh, that's a pretty color. I have so many petunias. I started from my Dollar Tree seeds that buying petunias is just a total waste. But I can never help it. I love petunias. I don't care how common they are. They are one of my favorites. I'm just looking around me. I just heard a gentleman that walked by with a cart full. He just said it's just like Disneyland here. Oh, look at this pretty delphinium. Quart, $5.95. That's a pretty good price. That's one thing I do enjoy, their great pricing. Okay, so here is some geraniums. Look at this. Just look at how that foliage on that is so pretty. Oh, I like this one with the white foliage. Sometimes you can buy things just for the foliage color, and those two are really good. Okay, here is an ivy geranium, but that doesn't look like the ivy geraniums I prefer. They do look like an ivy leaf. So there's different ones. Look at that's a pretty color. So okay, here is a citronella. Let's go to the next one. You might hear some barking dogs. Dogs are welcome as long as they're well behaved. So yeah, looking at these pelargonium. Look at this one, Savannah Pink Splash. Oh, that's a gorgeous one. How much is that one? $8.95, so $9. I have a thing for geraniums. Some people don't like them, but I absolutely love them and find some of them so fascinating. Look at this orchid, Geranium Mojo Salmon. Yeah, that color I don't have. Very tempting. Oh wow, common geranium, $7.95. I wonder what the other ones were that made them pricier. That's a good price. Yeah, I just might have to get that salmon one, just because I could, like I said, grow them from seed. But Geranium Savannah Hot Rod. Look at that beautiful orange. Okay, so this is a Martha Washington geranium. It's a little bit different than the one I have that I've been taking cuttings from. It said MW Purple. That is a pretty one. isn't it? I think I'd rather have the, oh, there's a scented geranium. Citronella. Anyways, yeah, I think rather than this one, I'd rather get the salmon colored one, just because I don't have one that color. Okay, osteospermum. I can't overwinter these well, so I kind of pass them by, but my friend, she lives lower down on the mountain, does, and they are so beautiful for her. Absolutely love them, but I don't need anything that's tough to grow or overwinter. Look at that. Those poppies are gorgeous. Okay, now Indian summer mulberry. That would be probably a good one for my goth garden. There's another one that's really dark. This one has it's a very dark reddish purple leaves. That one would be good. Now it would have to be underneath early morning sun, so it would need a little more shade. It might not do well. I have some of this growing great. I have this one in another area. This one has even look at that color, coral fire alarm. Oh, I don't have that one. That is gorgeous. I gotta keep myself in control. Here's another mulberry one. You see that black foliage? Let me see if this also says morning sun. Mostly shade. Yeah, because that area gets a lot of sun. Unless this would be shaded by the other plants, I would really be risking it, and it would look pretty gnarly. So I probably shouldn't right now spend the money on it until I know for sure how much light that area is going to get after I have the other plants in there. So look at these. I don't usually bother with hellebores only because this, like we got 18 inches of snow, and this is when they're blooming, and so I just wouldn't get to enjoy them. So they're not worth the space that they take up in my garden. Let's walk over here before I walk to the ground covers and see what they got out here. These are full sun. Let me see, are these calibrachoas? Yep. Look at those flowers on that. Those are huge. Or million bells. Here's a dark purple. Out front, walking in, there was a really deep orange one that was tempting. I'm waiting to see if mine come back. But you see then down here is some carnations. Let's just take a look. I know I tend to move a little too fast. I'm trying to slow it down. Oh, the carnations, I can smell them already. Look at these, aren't these dianthus? Ooh, sugar plum frost. These come back every year in my garden. I have them over by the Primrose Cottage patio garden, and they do just gorgeous. Oh, look, there's the, right there, Lithidora. I have that. It is absolutely beautiful, and it does travel or, go along the ground. A ground cover, that's what it's supposed to do. So all their goodies out there. There is a honeysuckle I wanted to try and get. It's not on my list for today. I can get it later. I can't put it out till later. And I know I'm going to be coming back. So that's why I will wait on that. I'm just trying to stick to my budget for today and plants for my goth garden. And I got those daisies I was been looking for. Oh, look at the baskets. They have them all ready to go. I need to do some baskets for my father-in-law. He has an area, but knowing him, he'll probably pick some up at Home Depot or something before I get mine done. That's what happened last time, and then I had extra baskets. So I'm going to go over to the ground covers. So here's some ice plants. These are not the ones, the Table Mountain ones that I prefer. They stay shorter to the ground as a mat. And that's what I love about them. These others do great, but they probably wouldn't be hardy in my area. Look at this, Stonecrop Angelina. The red is usually lime green, but the red is because of the cool temperatures. There's tricolor. There's prostrate rosemary. And I would love to get the turbo thyme, but they never have it here. There's a specialty nursery I'm going to have to order it from. The elephant thyme, I have that, a big patch of it. I just transplanted a bunch, hoping it takes. It's one thing you do, you can dig up patches. Armeria, okay. I have the larger plants, and this is the ground cover ones. I don't know if it's hardy. This is what some people call this thrift, or sea thrift. Let's see. Plant 15 inches apart. Rock gardens edging. I'd have to look that one up. This doesn't have it on here, the hardiness of it. So, yeah. It probably is. I should just buy a 6-pack, $7 for a 6-pack, and try it. But, okay, let's go over to this side. Let's see, this is interesting looking. Mahogany ajuga. I wonder if that orange is normal or if that's from it being stressed. Oh, there's chocolate chip ajuga. Isotoma. That's a type of blue star creeper. Different. With a weed in it. Black brass buttons. Dichondra repens. That's a pretty dichondra. There's Silver Falls in the 6-pack, so that's pretty good. I have some that I overwintered from last year in my greenhouse, so I have high hopes it will continue on. Irish moss. And my favorite, the Scotch moss. I need to see if I have any left. A lot of times it'll overwinter, and then sometimes it doesn't. There's the ground cover ivy. Don't ever plant that in the mountains. I've got trees that are being choked by it, getting away. So let's see if they have, I would like to, I think, a little lime punch hydrangea, but I'm not sure. We'll see how much they are. I know they'd be over there. Look at the lupins. My lupins that I winter sowed are really coming up good. If this is the, oh, that's Nemesia. Nope, I thought it was the candelabra primroses, but that's pretty. It says it's tropical. Oh, name is tropical. Okay, let me see. I don't know if these are hardy or if they're just an annual profuse, filler flower, window boxes. Doesn't say on here. I guess that's something to look up. Lots of pretty colors, though. Look at this one. Oh, that's gorgeous. How much are these little 4-inch pots? $6. Look at the dahlias. I just found I have a seed packet of dahlias. I need to get started. Oh, there's a cranesbill geranium. Which one is that? Carmina. Never heard of it. I love cranesbill geraniums. Let me read this one. How tall does it get? Some of them bloom all summer and others do not. Mounding, height 9 inches, space 18 inches, perennial, zone 4 through 8. But it doesn't say Carmina. Let me see. I'll look that up. I'm going to stop here really quick. Well, when I looked it up, it said it only blooms through midsummer, starts in spring. There's a lot of cranesbill geraniums that do that way. But isn't it a pretty one? It says it does stay short and matte, so that could be a consideration where my others, they get so tall. So I may come back for this. So $6 for a 4-inch pot. And then you can divide them later on as they fill in. So let's see what we got over on this side. Oh, there's a rhodium. There's the pink one. I'm always on the hunt for the white one, though my pink ones have been seeming to fade, but I just love them. Look at that. That little flower. And it blooms for me all summer long. Makes a great ground cover. Oh, look at the creeping phlox. The white creeping phlox. Ooh. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. Isn't that beautiful? Creeping phlox, too beautiful for me, and even though it only blooms in the spring, I think it's well worth it. So there's some bidens. Let me see these. There are different okay, these are $6 for a quart. That's a quart. I call these 4-inch, but they call them a quart. So look at here's some impatiens. These are the bigger ones. Yeah, not hardy right now in my area. Look at these dianthus. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay, we're going to go with this phlox and be good with it. or I don't really need it. They probably will have more later, and it's not that big of a deal. So yes, I need to be judicious because I want to save for pricier plants. So I did pick up that geranium, which I know I can divide it. So a bunch more plants. I'm going to keep my camera pointed down as I go along here. Look at these begonias. My begonias are sprouting. I need to get them in the ground. I'm trying to keep my eye out where I'm going. Okay, here's some proven winners. What are they? Nemesis. Okay. These ones are $7.50. The others were $6. So there is some Supertunia Bordeaux, persimmon. These are not cold hardy for me, so I will skip over them. Now these over here are different ones. Crazy Tunia Razzmatazz. Look at that. Gorgeous. Now what are these? These are $5.95. Oh, look at that. Isn't that an unusual color? I love unusual colors. What is that one called? Shadow. Oh, perfect name for that one. So lobelia. A little soon for lobelia in my area. That's one thing nice about not being able to plant now. I can put it off for later. They will have more lobelia. It's pretty standard. Oh, look at these beautiful bird bass. I was looking at the bird bass at Lowe's, and they were $58. These are $135, but they weren't glazed. These are glazed. My husband said the concrete ones will hold up in the our cold temperatures. There's creeping red thyme. I used to have that. I didn't make it. This is more alpha. Oh, these are whole flats you can buy, which is good for a price point. So there is some azaleas, different grasses, feather sedge. Sedges are usually pretty tough. I'm looking for the. Looks like the hydrangeas are right back over there. So let's go over there. Okay, we are in the hydrangea aisle. There's blue jangles. A wee bit grumpy. That one always cracks me up. Fort Bragg. Heart Throb. I have some new ones that came in that I have in little pots. I potted them up last fall. They are out in the garden. I think it's in the entrance garden where I put them. So what I'm looking for is not strawberry shake, Limelight Prime. I have one of those. I'm testing it against my Limelight. I need to take cuttings from my Limelight. It is off patent, so it's completely legal and totally easy. Little Lime, Munchkin, Varigata. I didn't see Little Lime Punch, but I might have missed it, or they don't have it right now, but they will get it. And I don't need it right now. Incredible, that's one of my little ones I bought. And Fairy Trail Bride, yes, I have that one too. Yeah, I didn't see the one I was looking for, but that's okay. I don't have to have it today. I love the topiaries. Bird of Paradise. Always love those. If I lived in the valley, I'd definitely have one of those. So I could look at the roses to see if they have. I love Sunblaze roses. There's a really light, like pink one I would love to get. And I want some tree roses too. But that's not on my list for today so far. I have gotten what I had on my list with some dark color. I didn't find a gladiola that was super dark, but I think I can. To put in my goth garden. Now these might work too. Jazz Hands Mini. That would work. And I think they stay evergreen even in my area, the fringe flowers. There's Jazz Hands Bold. I think I like the Jazz Hands Mini. They're $24.50. That's nice. I'll have to think about that. Like I said, it's a very small space, and I don't know how much I can fit in there. So I think I could fit one or two of these, but I'll put that on my list. Jazz Hands Mini. Yeah. See all the different shrubs. Always love this cousin It. It always cracks me up. But it's not hardy in my zone. I probably could overwinter it in my greenhouse. So one of these days I'll give it a try. I know, I wanted to see if they had the Fatsia japonica again, which I don't need. I have what I need. So I don't need to look at anything else. I can't help it. I'm here and I'm going to variegated azaleas. Now my azaleas that I got, they were the repeat bloomers. They didn't make it. I don't know what happened. And it could have been the gophers got in there. So that could have very well been it. Not that they weren't, a good brand or a good, type variety. But yeah, I have had struggles with gophers. And they could have very well found them yummy. I didn't notice if they had been what ate them. Okay, their Japanese maple selection is gorgeous, and I'm gonna stop filming and just go look. So over here, cast iron plant, down to 6A. Shade loving, low water with broad, vibrant foliage. That would be an interesting one for my shade garden. Royal Hawaiian, ooh, that's the ones I got, the bulbs at Costco. Those are pretty. Hopefully mine will come up soon. I have them inside near my light rack where it's warmer. Giant Ligularia. Shade Gardens Pop. Ooh, wouldn't those be pretty on my back deck? Bear's Breach, I have this. USD Zone 7A, I have this over beside Primrose Cottage. It was doing great all winter, and then all of a sudden we had this hard freezes, and it looked a little worse for wear, so it might take it a little bit to recover. So I'm looking for at Xanadu, and there's a big leaf hydrangea, or not hydrangea, philodendron. 9B, nope, wouldn't work. Okay, this looks like the Fatsia japonicas. Japanese Aurelia, yeah, 32. These are the larger ones. See, zone 8A, I should have put it in my greenhouse. That's why I lost it. But those over there look very similar, but a smaller pot, but it doesn't have the label. So, oh, look at all their pottery. Well, this is a spot I always love coming by. I took out something larger that used to be right here that made it more enclosed, but then they put in, look at that camellia. Isn't that gorgeous? But we always love this waterfall. So, more Japanese maples, but let's go over here to the pottery. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at those pots. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, I'm sure the terracotta I got here would make it through the winter, but maybe not. I don't know. The ones I have are not sealed that I know of. So, but I love that one down there. I'm going to look down there in a minute. But I wanted to see how much their arbors are going for this year. There's some over here, and the trellises. I also have these obelisks, the larger obelisks. I could use the smaller ones for in containers. Wouldn't those be gorgeous? So, okay, so the larger obelisk or arbor. Let's see. There's the tags over there. Let's see what they are. I think I paid $200 for mine. They are now $225. So that's something to keep in mind. Oh, the large obelisks, I bought them, they were $45, and now they're $60. So, and it's the shorter ones now that are $45. Pretty nice. I like those. Not on my list for today. Look at these. I like these forms. You can stick them in a pot and then use them to shape your topiary. And then you can make or you could even grow ivy up it and then have it grow on those. There's one that's standing up. See that? They don't have their other waterfall going today, which is a shame because it's a gorgeous one. Sometimes I wish I had property enough to have something like this. And then other times I have to admit that having more property would mean I would probably work myself to death to plant it up. And then maintaining it is a whole nother story. It's easy to think you can do it, but unless you have money to pay for people to help you, you're not going to do it on anything larger than an urban lot, let me tell you. Not and keep it up. Okay, I have some of that right there. I need to see if they have any pond plants. I wonder if I need to ask. I was thinking I want a pink water lily. I have a white yellow one and then other water plants. So deer grass, majestic grass for low water landscapes. I didn't used to be a big fan of grasses, but I've been noticing lately how some places really maintain them well, and they are really gorgeous, especially towards the fall. And maiden grass, that's a big, larger one. So you see all the gorgeous plants? Okay, when I find something I think I want to share with you, I will do so. And for now, I'm just going to start looking. Ooh, I see some black bamboo right there. I'm going to go see if they have them in the smaller containers. I love black bamboo, but I haven't been able to find it. Okay, I found something to share. I found a black bamboo. I've been in the market for a black bamboo forever, but it's not in my budget right now. But it was a big 15-gallon one. Look at these. I love camellias. And though this says 7A, for some reason, camellias just do not like it in my garden. They've never done well. I've had a few that I've tried. So, yeah, it says 7A and I'm an 8B, but I don't, maybe it's the late snows or something. Look at this one. Coral Delight. Isn't that thing gorgeous? And probably it wouldn't really work well for me because of the late snows. They would just get broken down and whatnot. But down the mountain a little ways where it doesn't get as much snow, they do beautifully. Look at this. So pretty. Look at that red one. That's one thing. I'm going to have to go to Philoli. They have a whole camellia garden that is just filled, and it is so beautiful. And I'm sure right now it's probably blooming. So that's on my list for this next month or two, is to take a trip down there. Well, I'd go down every month if I could because it changes so much. So, okay, that was the camellias. Hopefully I didn't walk too fast for you. But look at this one. This one's so pretty. Shiro Chan. It's a little worn around the edges, but isn't that beautiful? So I think that, my friend, oh, you know what? I didn't go look at the roses. That's what I need to do. Roses it is. I was just reading an article on evergreens, and one of them was these heaths that you could plant, and that might work in my garden. These say they're zone 5A, 5A, 6A. So yeah, that would be great. They're supposed to be low maintenance. So I have to keep those on my radar as far as putting in areas. I am trying to be more mindful of making things lower maintenance as I mature. I know I'll be limited the older I get as to what I will be able to do. So yeah, ground covers like that or evergreens that can really help to lower my maintenance as I grow older. So that's something that's pretty. This is Star Jasmine 8A. Now the jasmine I planted was a pink jasmine, and it didn't make it. So I'm very leery of jasmine. I just love them. They smell so pretty, and I love a scented garden. So here's Star Jasmine. I think I put it in a pot, so that could have been why it didn't make it. So if maybe I'd had it out in the garden in the ground where it was more insulated, it might have. But here's where a lot of their shrubs are. They carry all kinds of brands, Monrovia and Proven Winners, and Matsuda's is their grower. They're connected. And yeah, oh look, here's some manzanita. Beautiful. They grow wild around my place. They're just not on my property. I wanted some for the back hill garden, back lane garden, and yeah, I don't know if these are the native ones to my area or not, but they are pretty tough and beautiful. Wow, here's a quince I was wanting. Double peach, double take peach. Is that the one? I think it is. But it's not in my budget today. But this is one. It's good to know that they have it now and carry it. So I'll have to keep that in mind. The quince and the red ones just bloom all over white pines and come back every year. I look forward to my neighbors blooming across the street. So, oh, look at here. I love these. The mandavillas, not hardy in my area. I'd have to winter it inside. Let me see if these are hardy enough to keep in a container. Let's see. Hardiness 10 to 11. No, I'd be pushing it. Even in my greenhouse, I'd have to bring them in the house or see if they would overwinter in the basement. So these are the sweet pea, petite butterfly, sweet pea shrub. That's not really a sweet pea, but that's the name of it, and these are really pretty. These are also zone 9A, so they don't do well for me. Yep, I think I'm about done. I better be, because I'll be tempted to blow my budget if I don't make an exit soon. These seedlings are all pretty good in size. You see how they're not super tall and big or flowering. So these would take off in your garden very, very easily, and they're probably not root bound either. Let me see if there are any roots coming through the bottom. No roots coming through the bottom. So those would be a good deal. Just have to harden them off because they're kind of, under a canopy here. So putting them direct out in the hot sun wouldn't work, but if you put a row cover on them, like a frost cover, for a couple days, kept them out of a direct wind, these could be hardened off very, very easily. So let's go down here and look at the tomato plants. A lot of people plant down here. You could put these out very, very soon. At my house, I cannot. These San Marzanos, beautiful, super sweet. Oh, those are sweet 100s. I have super sweet 100 seeds going. Sun Sugar, I've heard a lot of good things about that one. Many people's favorite, Sun Gold. And there's Aroma, Juliet, never heard of it. Celebrity, that is one of my friend's favorites. So she has a hard time finding it. Better Boy, and beefsteak. There's a whole 6-pack of beefsteaks. And they are $6 for a 6-pack. So I could probably grow these on and then sell my extras, because my beefsteak tomato seeds did not come true. But I thought I bought another package. I'll have to check that before I know that everyone else will have beefsteak tomato, and it's a long time before I can put them out. We have beefsteak tomato seedlings. Okay, I think that's it for my trip. I will look over here really quick. Look at those geraniums. I love that bright orange. So that's it for here. So some bacopas. Bacopas are just beautiful. Look at this beautiful purple one. Oh, and look here. It's Janie. I know she's supposed to do some kind of event here soon, so that'll be fun. I'm at the Elk Grove, Green Acres, so that should be fun. And there's the Proven Winners selections that she convinced them to grow. They didn't grow a lot of them. And I know she was working on them for a while, so kudos to her. Great marketing skills that she has. So look at these lilies. Calla lily hybrids. Now you can grow these from tubers or bulbs, whatever you want to call them, and they do beautiful. But I think I got to see if mine came back. I bought one last year. I don't remember where I put it. I think I put it out in the artist garden because it was orange. Okay, my friends, look at this geranium. This orange keeps drawing me in. I love the salmon one I got, and I have seeds for an orange, so we'll see if they do well.